All right, welcome back to Serious Chess, or if you've never been here before, welcome. I've got a game against Leelachessqueenodds, about whose ELO is hovering around 2,500. Very difficult bot, always improving, kind of like the chess.com Luke AI bot, who is based on the basketball player Luke I. Doncic. So when your opponent does this, you gotta deliver the check. You gotta. Um, then I took a while to figure out what I was going to do here. The evaluation on the left side was added after the game by myself, and also the words I'm saying were indeed added after the fact. Although it would be very impressive if that was not the case. So there are multiple things you can do here. Not really though. I I was meaning to look at what the move was that it told me to play other than the one I played, because it looked like my move was obviously the right move or the best move, but I don't know. Engines, man, how do they work? Now, I just have to worry a little bit about him playing b4. Other than that, the position is okay. He doesn't have a lot going on. When I get to a position that I really like or that is cool, I'm probably going to panic, and then the FEN, which is a combination of characters which corresponds to a position on the chessboard, a unique position. That's going to be listed in the video description, along with some other useful links, like the method that I use and that Stockfish uses for checkmating in speed chess. It's very useful. I cannot recommend it enough. I was planning to take his rook and knight for the queen, um, but no, I didn't. I mean, I was just, maybe I said that wrong, because wouldn't I have given up a queen and a rook for a rook and a knight? Because that's not good. I wouldn't have done that. But yeah, I was trying to. I was willing to give up the queen in various tactical sequences there, as Leelachessqueenodds has a way of trapping your queen. Um, in all honesty, this game is going to make Leela look a lot easier. Um, and part of that is because I got lucky in this game. Because the opening thing at the beginning that Leela does, which is like, I mean, it's basically like what they call the fried liver attack for white, which is, it's all sort of the same bag of tricks that go in with the scholar's mate, or like the four move checkmate, or whatever you want to call it. Um, I mean, that's basically what Black did, and I've seen Leela do that against me a lot. But I would file this under like rare responses. So I think somebody, I mean, comment if I'm wrong about this, but I think that that like AI and like an ever updating LLM like this is, would maybe have the most difficulty in positions that it hasn't encountered before or doesn't encounter frequently. Am I right? Am I wrong? Let me know. Also, let me know how you did if you happen to copy and paste the FEN that's going to be in the description. Oh, look at that, right on time. And this is our position of the day. I'm going to go back and I'm going to play Stockfish, level 8, the real deal, the engine itself, from that position, and see if I can beat it. After the conclusion of this game, will I panic? Will I win the race? Find out all next week on Speed Racer. So now I did not want to give up the queen. I did want to check, but if I did check, it didn't seem that great. I didn't want him to check me, so I moved the queen to that square, and yeah, I mean that it went to plan. Also, the bishop can now guard against. Yeah, it could have guarded against check two different ways, and both were equally awesome. It is really hard to get a good game against Leela. It's a very difficult bot. I cannot stress this enough. It's way more difficult than Stockfish level 4 or level 5, even without a queen. So I did give up my queen. I would call that panicking, but that was really not the moment of panic. I had in this game. If you take a look at my clock, there's not. It's not like I'm. It's not like I only have a few seconds left. You know, I have 25 seconds left, and I play 1 minute chess games all the time. There are 2 seconds added each move as well. So yeah, just it's not. This is not. I would not consider this to be a game where I don't have any time left. So now I just need to have one rook guard the promotion square. If the king goes to a square, I can check him on. Then I can move the rook, put him in check, and then queen with the pawn. He doesn't let me do that, so I need to move one rook to defend the pawn, and keep one rook on the eighth rank, on to just go to the graduation party with my queen. Well, with my queen. All right, they went to the party. All right, she was the homecoming queen, and now all I have to do is cut off. Oh, and that's a stalemate. Okay, and that's probably, for all intents and purposes, the most humiliating, hurtful, and unfortunate blunder thus far in the 4-day series that has been Play Stockfish and Leela with me. So let's go back and let's rewrite history. All you have to do is copy the FEN, the FEN below in the description, and then go to the analysis board on Leechess or chess.com, and then just go ahead and do this thing where you edit the board, copy the FEN in. The only thing that I would add is that you hit the enter button. I hit the enter on my keyboard after I put the FEN number in when I'm setting the board up. I remember not being able to figure out how to do that. So this is the move that the engine told me to play when I was briefly looking back at the game. I think the idea is to take the pawn, but then he wouldn't have to go to that square, and I wouldn't necessarily be able to take the knight immediately. I didn't want to give up my bishop, so first I thought about going for checkmate, and then I realized that I was actually just going to take the knight with check, so there's no reason not to do that. Now there's just, again, there's no reason not to give up, there's no reason to give up the bishop. Never going to give you up, I said to the bishop. Never going to let you down, I continued. So I wanted to move back, or he's just going to keep going after the queen forever. He's just going to keep going after the queen forever. He's never going to stop. Okay, so now I'm going to probably... I'm slightly worried about getting checkmated, even if Leela has no pieces left. I'm worried about getting checkmated, and I'm sorry, it's Stockfish, not Leela. This is Stockfish. And you can play this position against Leela as well if you want to. Just use the Leelachessqueenodds bot on Leechess, who is shadow banning me for no reason. You know, I came up with this wild idea. I thought, what if the reason that I've had all these problems with like lag and stuff on my computer, especially when I play chess, what if the Proctor was being installed on my computer without my consent? Wouldn't that be funny if that happened? Wouldn't that be funny? And I just figured it out now. Wouldn't that be funny? All right, so now I should have, big mistake. Could have checked one square different. One square up. You know what I mean? I could have checked on I'm sorry, I'll say it. I could have checked on the D2 square and just taken that rook. Taken that puppy. So that's why I put my queen and bishop on the same diagonal, so I could pull off like awesome tricks, 1080s, what was 1330s? Is that, no, wait, 1280. What's 180 after that? 1440s. Yeah, totally. 1440s. Okay. So anyways, I felt like this was not so necessary, but you know, to get a bunch of queens. But I don't. I mean, I don't want to stalemate him again. I also, if you don't want to stalemate Stockfish, a great tip is just to like not take all of his pawns, and watch my video that shows you how to checkmate with just a queen and a king against just a king. And you know, when my friends when my friends always say to me, you're just a king. So I guess we're all in agreement there, and it's also serious chess. Um, I had one big blunder, which was the stalemate. I'm gonna come back tomorrow. I'm gonna get back on the mound, and I'm gonna take care of business. So hope you do too. Serious.